everyone. Welcome to the VSL recap of round 2. I'm your host, Bossy, and joining me, of course, is Voltinator himself. We're going to be talking about round 2, and we thought round 1 was going to be big. Round 2, it's been a week. It's been a week of interesting drama, some upsets. It's been good. It's been bad. It's been good. What's your first thoughts of the week?
Definitely a wild one. A fair few surprises. A fair few didn't surprise me as well. Yep. But I think the one word, drama.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So starting on that drama, we're going to talk about some player rotations of the week. First off, Hunters. We've got Zazu leaving. He's out. Cook Ninja gone. Amplify coming back in as vice captain.
Yes.
And everyone's favourite, you gotta love him, Bluey moving up to the captain spot. What's your thoughts on that, Vol?
I've said to Bluey, just he can morale the troops. He can really not fire them up, but get them in line ready for battle. Yeah. But I think Amplify's going to be the one with all the strategy and all the knowledge. But Bluey's going to be there to lend a helping hand for sure. So well done, Bluey.
He's an audience favourite. You either love him or you like him. But regardless, everyone's got to have respect for the kid.
100%.
Branny moving into the Angels is the main. How'd that go down?
Yeah, look, we had a couple of discussions. There were a couple of, as we said at the start of the season, leadership teams can take disciplinary action if players are falling out. And there was a bit of an issues on, I think it was Monday night, between a couple of the players. And, coach of the Angels, we didn't, the leadership team of the Angels, we didn't really vibe with it. And so we said, Ollie, look, I think it's best that you, mesh better with the Hunters.
Yep.
And so Ollie's now with the Hunters, and then we needed some space. So
he does perform still. Like you got to give it. He's a good get for the Hunters as well, and going up against them as well. Like you still find him, and he knows what he's doing now in hard point. Definitely.
Yeah, he will be good, but I think it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, see how it all goes.
As for the Rebels as well, some rotations, of course, that people are going to start to learn about. Myself, I will be stepping out, focusing more on this as a thing, more of a social commentating role, which is going to be good for a lot of us involved.
Cool.
Zingwings, Riley will be stepping in as a rotator for the Rebels as well, with Bagsy actually filling my spot on that position as a main as well. No change in the Spartans. They are still following as well, and Panini's, of course.
Oh, Brit's come in. Brit's done all right. I think she had her first game on Monday.
Yeah, true. Yep, that was.
For Jade.
Yep.
Yeah, she's meshing it in there. I think they'll start to get the ball rolling.
Yep. We're going to move to a new segment on this one called the Coach's Spray.
Yes.
Volt, can you take us away on the first Coach's Spray?
As a coach, when you see leaders, you expect the leaders to perform on the field, off the field, and that's, just providing good guidance. And I've seen a lot of teams, but one team that's really lacking, and it's not evident, it's the Spartans. All right, but hang on, the Spartans are all right, and you know what? There's a captain, there's a vice captain, all right? And I'll go in there and I see Hebrew commanding it like a champion, but his right-hand man, Paulie. What's going on with Paulie so far? The man's supposed to be, I think it was 86 overall. He's a phenomenal shot, but I'm watching him, and he looks like he's at the circus ordering a souvlaki. He's just spinning around. I don't know. If Spartans want to do well this season, they've got to get Paulie to lift because they need that extra kick. They're not getting it.
They're not getting it? No.
Not getting it, mate.
All right.
They're not getting it. Paulie, lift!
All right, there's your Coach's Spray. We're going to look forward to seeing one of those every week. That's going to be fun. All right, moving into the team standings.
Yes.
Starting at the team rotations, we're going to go with the Spartans. Let's have a look at the week that was. All right, so what did we think of the Spartans this week, Vol?
Room for improvement. Glimpses of performing really well,
Yep.
but all in all, satisfactory. Still expect a little bit more. I They didn't have Jay,
Yep.
so I think they do need that extra bit of a kick, But they're working together. But watching them, they've got the comms, they've got the chemistry, but they still get a little bit too heated, and it
Yep.
doesn't help when they shoot each other. I'm pretty sure. I love Chris, top bloke, but I'm pretty sure he killed 3 of his teammates on
Yep.
a couple of times. So
Yep.
you just got to focus. But I've got to give, as I said, big props. Superstar, Hebrew.
Yep.
Love listening, love watching. It reminds me of a young Coach Volt back in the day.
Back in the prime.
Really good. Back in the prime. I love him.
And
He's great.
you probably see going up against them as well. As you said with the comms stuff, going up against them in hardpoint especially, it is a game mode that they still is their better mode in my opinion. Because
Yeah, just a bit slow though.
yeah,
Little slow. I think no, they've done all right. I think they're slowly getting there. They've
Yep.
had spurts when they perform and they lack off a bit, but they could be big pushes. I think towards mid and end of the season. I feel they just got to get the ball rolling and they need to be consistent. I feel it's a little bit still inconsistent, but their potential is there. But I think Jay's got to get back in. They need Jay back in there if they want to have a really good crack.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
All right, and so they finished the week with 40 points overall so far. So.
Yeah.
Moving into tied last/4th, if you want to call it, also with
Yes.
40 points, the Ramaza Rebels. All right, Rebels. What do we what do we think of this week? A good strong start. We did have a very strong start on the Monday. Saturday, it just did not click, and
I think, yeah, you said it yourself. I mean, it just goes to show, I feel, that this game is all about your mentality.
Yep.
Monday, that they looked on. They 2-0 straight up.
Yep.
And then Saturday, they just, from the get-go, looked deflated mentality, wasn't there? And, yeah, it showed. And people can say about, gun skill, having great players, but really, as I said, when you've got teams that are scaled from tier 1s to 4s, it's just all about their mentality working together. And if you don't make it work together, well, you're going to get swamped. And it did happen.
Yep, it did. There was a lot of, I guess you could say, comms breakdown on the Saturday, especially. I don't know whether it was just the attitude wasn't all there. People weren't feeling it. There's a lot going on as well with with everything. But
Yeah,
look,
a couple of dramas.
exactly like you're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. And this week was an apparent of that. Monday was a great day for him, and Saturday we just didn't work.
Goes to show that if they lock in, they'll be dominant.
Yep.
Like they could see in the top 3 sides, but they can easily capitulate as well. Got to give bit props as well. Probably MVP for that team. I'd say Supply Comet.
Definitely.
He had some really good SND games, like performing like an exceptional player. Like the one on Wednesday, phenomenal stuff.
Yep.
So obviously they're not going to have you there supporting them. I think you do have that good role in communicating and giving them that extra push, but that's going to be missing. Don't know how they're going to go without that. They might, I honestly think, they might have less comms so that they could struggle now, in all honesty.
Yeah. Well,
Surprised me.
as I said, like if they can organise some practices in,
Yeah.
especially with the 2 new players, Bagsy and Zingwings in, anything can happen. They could surprise as well, or they could fall into that groove. But I still see them as a good mid-table team.
Yes.
At the end of the day. All right. Now, finishing off after that, we have the Hackney Yard Hunters.
Interesting unit. I mean, no Charby on the Saturday, but boy, he really performed on the Monday. Absolute gun. I'll add in here, but look, me personally, number 1 performance of the week, the Charby, 48 for 12 on a gun runner. So really destroyed. Unfortunately, they missed him on Saturday, and they went 0-4. Amplify back in. We saw how well they went with Amplify, but they still had Amplify in on Saturday, and they didn't do too great. So maybe I think they need that Amplify and a Charby combo if they're going to do something. But they are working together. It's just a work in progress.
I want to get you to comment on the decision that was made during the game 1 where they decided to sit the Charby out, which cost them that round.
Yeah, and it goes to show that was on that was Zazu's call.
Yep.
Zazu made the call to sub him out. Zazu obviously didn't know his team.
Yep.
Dropping you one of your best players is going to cost you, and it did. And they did lose that one to the Rebels. So I think, yeah, look, I mean, hopefully Amplify can give him a bit of leadership. He's got that experience as well. You know, hopefully they're a better knit team.
At the end of the day, he knows the boys as well. So
He does too, you know, and they've played together again, that chemistry. I think they're going to start really getting along really well. But I said, you know, they are young. Can they break down? Maybe. But can they build something? Potentially.
Yep.
Not too sure yet.
Yep. All right. So the Hunters finished that round on 50 points overall. Moving in to second place as well is the Petrograd Panini.
They're surprises for me. If you were to tell me, you know, at the start of the season, like I said, I think start of the season, I'll put them as fifth because
I think it's honestly the team that's surprising a lot of people with the Nani and Jake and Cat combo. Is well, Minty's definitely had her time for shining as well. The whole team is actually the whole team. They're all after. They're good. We spoke about it last week. This team clicks. I don't know what the secret is, but this team is working.
I think the fact that they're all mates, that's what's made it work. Got to give big surprises to Tommy Pepper and Jake's. They've done phenomenal. Minty's having her spurts, but Addy's always been really good and Nani's Nani. But Jake's has stepped it up. Definitely not playing a 74, playing an 80 plus overall. Same as Tommy Pepper. You know, if you're getting S&D 10 kills, you're proving something. So
definitely,
yeah, I think they're going to be a big challenge. Yep, 100%.
For a lot of people as well. So
100%.
Panini's finished the round on 70 onto second, and of course with 2 back-to-back wins, the Angels taking top place with 50 points again, which puts them overall to 100. So let's talk about the Azir Angels.
Yeah, what do you want to talk about them? What do you want
I mean, what's the secret? What can you tell? I mean, I'm not gonna say this team is a perfect team still.
Do you think they are?
No. I'm saying I'm gonna say that they're not. But
yeah, what do you think's working with the team?
Exactly. What is doing right? I mean, there are some slip ups. We've seen some slip ups, and we're going to talk about those slip ups later.
Yeah.
But
I think what's working is simply we're probably the team that has practiced the most, probably the most experienced in regards to knowing what to do. Is in Lotsky and I have had that knowledge and bringing that down, and just understanding the boys and giving them roles. Like we've had the chats to Jared. He knows what he's doing. Lockie knows what he's doing. We even went through during the week, and I literally walked down. Damages hadn't played Modern Warfare before, and he was bloody destroying on Saturday.
Definitely was.
Up off peak, he's like, "What's that? Minecraft?" No, playing Modern Warfare. But he was an absolute weapon, man. We were walking through, you know, we practiced on gunner, and I said, all right, this is the first rotation, taking me through. When's the next one? And he walked me to it. We literally walked in the game, you know. That's what we're doing. He already has great gun skills. So it's just practice and communication, and we're just cohesive. It's just working.
And have you noticed the pickup from the tier 4s and 3s as well? Or
I would say Jared. I would say big improvements from Jared. I think over the last month, I'd say in general, his movement improved a lot, and we're going through it during S&D games, learning to control the setup. You know, and you're like a 1v1, own the situation, learning to hold back, don't have that ego, chow, control the situation. That's been huge. Big improvements from him and Lockie, and I think the dominating part from Hardpoint would be Lotsky and myself just knowing what needs to be done. Jared needs to be done, but if Lotsky and I are out there pumping them hard, and we're communicating, then we are looking unstoppable. I think it's going to be tough as well. Brainy coming in too, playing that slaying role as well and objective. So it's going to be tough, I think, for others. So we're going to assess that and see how we go probably throughout the week. Before
we do cut to the clip of the week, I actually do want to talk about. I'm going to show real quick the communication breakdown, which did happen in a certain hardpoint match that I know you know that cost a certain game. Before we talk about it, you want to tell us what happened there?
I mean, look, it was in Hardpoint. You've got to be really aware, especially when it's such a close score. You've got to be aware of so many different factors. You've got to be watching how many seconds left. Can they win? Who's on the Hardpoint? Where are they spawning from? Where you position? Where your teammates position? There's so many different factors. And, when you're in the critical seconds, your top players won't panic, but your inexperienced ones will, break down a little bit. And that's what it was. Also, lack of communication. Everything was going everywhere. Had to jump on. And, I think if we just, locked in a little bit more, probably should have definitely got the win. But it was a little bit of a breakdown. But we learned from that, and we've discussed it. And the thing is, we move on.
Yep.
And, we've spoken about it. So that's the positive thing. As long as we learn from those mistakes, then, you're always going to improve. That's with anything. You get this one. Need to keep contesting. Body on the line, Jared.
I'm already at next.
No, not next. We lose this. No fucking next. Fucking contest this.
Sorry, bud.
10 seconds. Get ready to move.
I'm on it. I need help, boys. I'm holding it. I need help. Come on. Now go on. Now someone needs to be a P1. Someone had to be a P1. Why is no one a P1? Fuck. Come on. This is simple mistakes here, and that's what we're gonna fucking lose. Push it here. Push it here. I'm on it. I need help. I got 2 of them. That's fucking pathetic. That's fucking pathetic, boys. I don't rate that at all. That's fucking shit.
Holy shit.
Let it slip the last second. Not on. Should not have lost that.
Holy shit. GG, bro.
I didn't play. Oh, fuck. I don't remember playing that good.
All right, so that's the standings as it is. Let's go have a quick cut through to the clip of the week, which is a supply comment, of course, for the Rebels, dominating in an absolute slaughter of a Ramaza ace. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at this one.
Later, Supply jumps on. Melee once, Melee twice. Supply says, Osman, see you later. And there we go. He's got another one. 7 for Supply. Now having a look at A side. Can't find anything just yet. Might go for the flank here. Bomb Man is with Reaper. Let's see how he goes. He's shooting around B. Needs to get the plan off. They're holding him nicely. Ollie finds Bossy, though. They're in trouble here. Supply needs to start getting involved. And Zazu, great control here of B. Locking it down. A little bit too much aggression by the Rebels. And now it's all up to Supply comment. Being good finds one. Got to slow it down here. They know he's up there. Just got to be careful. Don't have to rush too hard. He's got dead. He's going to rushing way too hard. Oh boy, the aggression worked. 1v1 Hunchalini. The one he's going to beat. Nice flank around, changing position. Really critical there. Great. He's got to be there. That's the only place he's got to be. Will Supply? No. He can't be in the archers. If he's going to be somewhere, he's going to be right in front. He's right there. How are they going to go through this one? He's going to go for the plant. Surely not. Jump around. See you later. No, he's behind the archers. He might have to go for something. Connections there. He knows he's there. He's got to push. He's got to push. Supply! Oh boy! Supply Comet! The underdog!
All right, and now we're going to have a Vault new segment, Player of the Week, Coach's Player of the Week, and who have you got to pick?
Yeah, Coach's Player of the Week, I've got to give it to... I almost got the 50 bomb. I've got to give it to the Lebanese warrior, Nachabi.
Yeah.
Said 48 for 12, 2 minutes on the hard point.
That's
ridiculous.
It's a huge game. Yeah.
He had the most on the team, most kills, phenomenal stuff. So I think he just... I hope he can play all the games, because if he's in all the games, Hunter's going to be a really good chance.
Yep, definitely.
Also, side, each team, player for each team, I'm going to give honourable mentions. Angels, Lotsky, destroying it, doing really well. Keeps going. He's number 1 so far, I would say. Spartans, Hebrew, Hunter's Nachabi. Rebels, I would say Supply. And Panini's, Jakes and Tommy. My honourable mentions for doing well.
Awesome, good stuff. All right, boys, that's it for this week. Moving forward to round 3, any sort of predictions you're going to give us?
Predictions are, I believe, Rebels are going to... I don't want to say it, but I think the Rebels are going to crumble a bit. I think the Rebels are going to finish 5th.
Yep.
4th, I've got the Hunters.
Yep.
I think they're going to struggle still a little bit, just trying to find their groove together.
Yep.
I think the Spartans are going to come 3rd. They're going to start melding it in, experience. I think it's going to end up working. 2nd, Panini's, they're looking really consistent, really well.
Yep.
And 1st, I think Angels, I don't want to be biased, because obviously, I'm a part of the team.
Course.
But I just feel as though they're just really in sync. They seem like a healthy environment, and they look good. How about yourself?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it on the head. Angels are they're looking like the team to beat at the moment.
Land of face.
I'm going to go that far, but yes, they're definitely the ones to look out for at this tournament. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. As always, I've been Bossy. This is Vault
Thank
Nader.
you.
We're going to again put the league standings up, and we'll see you next week. Take care.
See you later.